I want to ask you about Elon Musk. He's mocked you this morning for choosing censorship and propaganda over free speech and truth. What's your response to that?
Well, this is a bloke who's chosen ego and showing violence over common sense. This billionaire is prepared to go to court fighting for the right to sow division and to show violent videos which are very distressing. He is in social media, but he has a social responsibility in order to have that social licence. Other social media companies have complied without complaint. But this bloke thinks he's above the Australian law, that he's above common decency. And I tell you what, I say to Elon Musk that he is so out of touch.
E-Safety Commissioner Julie Inman-Grant issued a clear warning to X and Musk last week.
I have issued a notice to X Corp requiring them to move this content. A legal notice will also be sent to Meta this afternoon, and further notices will likely follow. I will not hesitate to use further graduated powers at my disposal if there was continued non-compliance.
X, formerly known as Twitter, announced on its own platform that it did not believe Inman-Grant's order was within the scope of the Australian law, but that it had complied with the directive pending a legal challenge, saying the takedown order was a threat to free speech. A declaration further escalated with a personal message from Elon Musk in a tweet that has had close to 10 million views.
The problem that you've got here with this e-safety commissioner, she's an activist.
Absolutely.
You know, she will continue to expand her role to police the internet, to censor debate in a way that's consistent with her own ideological views. She has a track record of censorship and it only ever targets one side, and unfortunately we're seeing that happen again.
Elon Musk really showing contempt for the government and its approach on this issue. What's your take?
I think he's a social media knob with no social conscience. He has absolutely no social conscience. Someone like that should be in jail and the key be thrown away. That bloke should not have a right to be out there on his own ideology platform and creating hatred, showing all this stuff out there to our kids and doing all the rest. I'm very interested to watch what the US is going to do with TikTok and how far that they can do. We're trying to get rid of that platform as well. Quite frankly, the bloke should be jailed. And the sooner that we can bring rules in or do something about this sort of game playing with our social media, the better off we're going to be. But quite frankly, the power that man has, because of that platform that he's on, it's got to stop. It has absolutely got to stop.
Being held accountable for your own actions isn't called discrimination. It's called being, you wouldn't believe it, a goddamn bloody adult. That's right as being an adult. It's putting others before yourself. And that's what this country's supposed to be about. We don't have lockdowns and border restrictions because state premiers love discrimination. That's rubbish. We have them because state premiers don't want people dying. Because they don't want to be playing Russian roulette with their own people's lives. That's why they're doing it. The way out of lockdowns and restrictions is vaccinations because there is nothing else on the table.